Consulting on Air. My name is Ada Osifo, your host on the program. And as you know, this is a program for Good afternoon, and you're welcome to the program Consulting on Air. My name is Ada Osifo. I'm your host on the program. This is a show for job applicants, aspiring entrepreneurs, and employees. Today we'll be talking about volunteerism, and I have a guest in the studio with me. We'll be treating the topic volunteerism, a panacea for unemployment in Nigeria. Volunteerism, a panacea for unemployment in Nigeria. And I have a very beautiful guest with me in the studio today. I think she's the prettiest guest we've had on this program, Consulting on Air. I think I should allow her to introduce herself.
Good afternoon, viewers or listeners. My name is Suzi Okpere, and I work with an organization known as Volunteer Engagement Network.
Okay, you heard her voice. So Suzi, thank you for coming on the program. And I would like to ask you some few questions. Why is volunteerism important?
Thank you very much, Ada. First of all, I would like to say briefly, because a lot of people don't really understand what volunteering is. So I'd like to take a minute to just explain what volunteering is. Volunteering is an activity that involves spending your time doing something that aims to benefit yourself, the society, environment, a group of people, or an organization for free. Volunteerism basically has to be something that is a decision or a choice freely made by the individual. Now, to talk about why volunteering is important. Volunteering is very important because it provides the opportunity for you to gain skills and competencies. It keeps you engaged and occupied. For example, at this time that ASO is on strike, it's an opportunity for young undergraduates to gain some skills and some job experience volunteering their time in organizations. It improves your self-worth and helps you to socialize and build networks. Organizations also gain from volunteering because it gives them the opportunity to fulfill social responsibility.
Okay, the average person out there will be wondering, did I hear her say work for free? Work for free for organizations when I'm looking for a job, I can't pay my rent, I can't pay my bills, and she's saying work for free? And how can volunteerism lead to permanent employment when somebody has spent his or her time working for free?
Thank you very much, Ada. Definitely, because most graduates, young people, undergraduates, what they're really after is an opportunity for them to get their foot in the door. And that is something that volunteerism provides for you. It gives you the opportunity to get your foot into that door, to get an opportunity to gain some sort of work experience and to gain tangible skills, which, of course, we all know by sitting at home, you definitely won't have the opportunity to gain. It also gives you the opportunity to network, to build networks in organizations, which ordinarily, by sitting at home and being unemployed, you never would have had the opportunity to meet some people. When you volunteer your time, give of yourself, even if you might not be paid or you might be paid a stipend, it gives you the opportunity to build a network, to connect with people, to socialize, to meet people, to rub minds. It exposes you to new opportunities, new experiences, which you never would have gotten by just sitting at home. Also, it gives you the opportunity to prove yourself. Most organizations are more comfortable with, employing people whom they've had an experience or an encounter with. For example, if you volunteer with an organization and you're very diligent and hardworking, and you prove to be someone who can deliver, when an opening comes up, instead of them going out to recruit, to advertise, and probably spending money in recruiting people, they'll be more averse to, picking up someone. Oh, why don't we call upon that person that volunteered with us for 3 months or for 6 months? And you see, that's like opening doors of opportunity for you.
Volunteerism, I don't think, is a very common practice here in Nigeria. So, how is the organization educating people about the importance of volunteerism? And how are you able to, will I say, link up or connect fresh graduates to some companies where probably they could serve as volunteers?
Thank you very much, Ada. Volunteer Engagement Network is actually doing a lot of work in that capacity. First of all, we have a very active social media platform. We have an active Facebook page and group. We have a Twitter account where we, do have interactions on volunteerism on a daily basis. We have a network where you can get a website where you can get information you need on volunteerism, on the go. You just need to go there. It's www.volunteerengagementnetwork.com. Also, avenues like this, speaking on programs like Consulting on Air, we have the opportunity to give out information and educate young people on the benefits and advantages of volunteering. Also, we connect with various and partner with various youth groups. For example, we speak at conferences. The latest one we did being the Converge conference, which was the Rewire Port Harcourt. We spoke at that event, and that opened the platform for us, and we're able to connect with a lot of young people who we found that had actually been involved in this already in Port Harcourt, but they didn't know how to make it beneficial to them, how to leverage on this. So we're actually even still looking to connect with more groups, organizations, to provide opportunities for these young people to provide of themselves, to give of their time as volunteers.
Thank you so much, Suzi. So, for example, we may have some young people listening to this program who are at home doing nothing, like you said. ASU is on strike right now. How can they get across to you? Do you have a phone number? Do you have an email address where they can reach you to probably become volunteers?
Yes, we do. Our phone number, you can reach me directly on 080-6546-9779. Or you could go to our website. It's www.volunteerengagementnetwork.com. You can also send us an email, info@volunteerengagementnetwork.org. Remember, my phone number again is 080-6546-9779, and we'll be glad to connect you with opportunities, to engage your time meaningfully to gain valuable experiences.
Thank you so much, Suzi. Let me ask you a question. Do you already have volunteers who probably were retained in companies?
Yes, we do. Actually, we do.
Are they just companies based in Port Harcourt or all over the country that you deal with?
We have companies all over the country that we deal with. The last one being Dragnet. We just did a volunteer campaign with Dragnet, which we were able to outsource a young lady called Tejumade Talabi. She's presently working with Dragnet for a 3-month volunteer placement, and it was so successful that after her first month, the organization actually made the decision to keep her on because she was so effective. So presently, I'll say after the 3-month volunteer engagement, she's going to be retained as a permanent staff of Dragnet Nigeria.
That's very good, and I believe you also have several other volunteers on the field, and probably they will be retained as well. Thank you so much again, Suzi, for coming on the program. Just to inspire you further, based on what Suzi said concerning volunteerism, we know it's not a culture, well, it's not a common culture here in Nigeria, but just get across to Suzi on the phone number she has given you. Get across to VEN, that's Volunteer Employment Network, and also try and read books regularly to help expand your mindset and to put you on the right track. There's a particular book I highly recommend. It's called Don't Eat Your Marshmallow Yet. Don't Eat Your Marshmallow Yet. It's a book that focuses on the secrets of sweet success in work and life, and it's written by Joaquin de Pasanda and Ellen Singer. Don't Eat Your Marshmallow Yet, The Secret of Sweet Success in Work and Life by Joaquin de Pasanda, and Ellen Singer. Thank you so much for joining me on the show, Consulting on Air. I remain your host, Ada Osifo, Wishing you a great day and stay blessed. Bye-bye.
It's 15 minutes already. So we're right on time.
That was pretty fast.
You can stop recording now.
I hope you can edit some pictures to look nice.